Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare. Don't you know?
Hey guys, so it is May 10th today. You are about to watch a video that I filmed around the holidays. You'll see Christmas decor is still up. I had gotten a bunch of products from ZEESEA Cosmetics and I filmed two looks. One that I auditorily talked you through, and one that I just did it and filmed it and I'll do a voiceover on. I never filmed these looks. I had allergic reaction to something on my eyes, and I think when the video you'll see I had some swelling in my eyes still, and I had asked you guys a while back if you wanted me to still show you guys the ZEESEA Cosmetics and the two looks, and I think I'd like to actually pull those products out and go through them and maybe create a couple more looks about them. I actually really liked most of the products, so I will link all of the products that I use from ZEESEA down below. I mean, first of all, packaging and presentation was absolutely stunning. You're gonna see me I'll put it to some music, holding up each of the products and showing you each of the products in a little bit more detail, and then we'll do the first look, which actually I think I did this it's actually the second look, but that's gonna be first, and then the first look, which will come second, I gotta do some voiceover on, and I will show you that. I figured might as well get it up and let you guys take a look at these products, because beautiful products, and I think you'd really be interested. And some of it you can buy on Amazon or from the ZEESEA Cosmetics website, but the detailing, like the lipstick is all carved and it's almost so pretty you don't want to use their stuff. The palette, beautiful packaging, and the products worked great. I had no problems with it. The only thing I didn't like, I think real well, was I did not like their mascara that they sent. I can't remember if I liked or disliked anything else. I'm gonna watch it with you. We're gonna see it right now, so it's coming up.
Let's get ready. I have to run to the store. I just used, and I'm just about out of it. As you can see, it's completely like flat up against it. This is in the color F4, and it's from Revolution, and it's just a cream foundation stick, and I really love it. I'm gonna see if I can find more in that color. I don't even know where I got that. So I've been using recently the Jaclyn Hill bronzer and blush in here. I might switch up the blush, but I'm using this bronzer, and this bronzer is in the color Oh Honey, and it's a very good color. So the blush is Pink Me Up. I actually think that I'm gonna show you guys the other palette today from ZEESEA Cosmetics that I got, and I think I have a blush that came in, but I know I don't have a bronzer from them. So I got a few things in, and I showed you that Cinderella, is it Cinderella palette? That's such a gorgeous palette. I already filmed with the one palette. Oh, it was Alice in Wonderland. This is part of their British Museum. You guys see, look at how beautiful this is. All the glitter falls through, and it's just really beautiful. And I think there is, yeah, you can use the sides for blush here. We're gonna do a look with that, but I just need to get some little bit of color, but I really am loving that stick, that cream foundation stick from Revolution. I wish I knew where I got it. Hopefully I can find more, because it's stunning. All right, let me go and see what else I got from ZEESEA. So, because we've already used, yesterday I used that beautiful kind of berry red lipstick. Today I might use that again, depends what we do. Let me see what else I have. Okay, I have their Living Colorfully Color Mascara in black, so we'll use that. I have an eyeshadow and Living Silkworm pen. Let's see what this is. And let's see what it says here. China stuff. Okay, so this must be, oh, I don't think we're gonna use those colors today, but wow, that's pretty. Can you guys see that? It's like a metallic-y, like orange pink. Quite beautiful. Let me put that down. And on this side, it's like a little highlight. That's also pretty. I like both of those colors quite a bit, but I don't know if they're gonna match that palette. I might use the highlight like on the inner corner or something like that. So maybe we'll use that part of that. And what is this? Oh, I got a highlight. So the blush that I have is in that palette. So here is the highlight. Oh, it's so pretty. It looks like a clock. So we will use, that's really beautiful. So we will use that highlight on the face as well. So we use those, put these here so I don't lose them. All right, let's just come up with some kind of an eye look. Let's do this. And I'm gonna use some of my Blinged brushes. This is a great gift, by the way. Although, you know, gift giving, I meant to do a big gift giving guide, and this was gonna be one of the things, but it's too close to Christmas now. But I have their brushes. There's a couple more, I don't know, 6, 7, 8. So they've got, this was a collab that they did, and I loved it. It's so the pink, I'll link these down below if they're still available through Bling brushes. Now, what can I say about the brushes themselves? So I prefer, I think these are beautiful. I do enjoy these. They're not my favorite brush. They're my favorite, most beautiful brush. However, my Repher brushes for us with aging eyes are, look at the powder coming off, are softer and they move my eyelids less. So what I mean by that is, you know, when you have aging eyes and you're doing this, your skin's moving around, okay? So this moves my eye a lot less than, let's say, something like this one. You can see it just moves, it moves the skin a lot more than the same pressure. I mean, both of them move my skin, but the Repher brushes are better for me for the skin moving. All right, well, I'm gonna start with a Repher brush actually. And we're gonna go in and, oh, and the ZEESEA Cosmetics also comes with its own little brush too, which we'll probably try that too. So there's a nice little, two kind of nice shades here. There's like this pinky shade and this brown shade. Now, it says We're All Mad here on the back. It doesn't really say like I don't know what any of the colors are. There's nothing that shows me the colors. So I'm gonna start with the brown shade. Bring you guys in. Actually, I forgot to prime my eyes. Let's do that. I'm doing that now because ever since I had that eye thing where my eyes swelled really bad, I just want to have a barrier. So I'm using the Painterly Paint Pot. Painterly Paint Pot. That's hard to say. From MAC. And this works fabulous. And I found it really helps to keep my makeup in place as well all day. It keeps it on better. So actually, yeah, I'm gonna go into, I already loaded my brush. I was gonna switch to the pink, but we are gonna use some of the pink shade. So this looks like it might be just a nice color. My skin on my eyes is still pretty dry. I am able to start wearing eyeshadow and stuff again, but I am experiencing a little bit more wrinkles even than what's normal for me, just because, and this is a second coat and it definitely can be built up of this cosmetics. But yeah, I'm having more wrinkles, a couple more issues than normal, but after my eyes were just swollen for an entire week, I'm just happy I can put makeup on again. Just happy. So you're gonna see this look, and then you'll see the one that I did with the other ZEESEA palette, and then I'll give you guys kind of my review thoughts after using the palettes. So this one's coming a little bit patchy, this shade. It might just be that the way I laid the paint pot down, maybe it wasn't dry, because it didn't really do that on this side. A little bit of a better blend over here. So it might have just been the paint pot stuff was still dry or wet. Wet Terry. I can't talk sometimes. Sometimes talking is hard. Okay, now that's really the darkest shade, unless I want to go into like this or like this here. That brown, that light brown shade is really sort of the darkest one. Yeah, so I am gonna take that dark. I am gonna go with this dark one here because it's not as sparkly. Oh, I might have gotten too much as the other ones, but we're gonna lay that right down here in the outside corner. Anytime now I feel like this light that I'm using is gonna go out because I haven't charged it in a couple of weeks on my mirror, so. And I'm using the ZEESEA brush that came with the palette. Works pretty good. It's a very soft, pretty sheen to this, more like a satiny, not as metallic, I think, as some of the other ones. And I'm just gonna take that and push it up into the crease a little and just kind of blend that out. I'll do the same here. See if we can't get a nice, pretty blended look. See how much my skin's all wrinkly and moving, but some of that's getting old, some of it's because I'm still recuperating from that issue I had. So I'm just gonna go back in, darken this up a little. I do wish in here that there was a little bit of a darker shade that we could use, but there just isn't. So, all right, next one I'm gonna go and use a flat brush. And I think I want to go into this interesting shade here. I wish I could tell you guys names. This is soft like a cream. Let's see what this does. Oh, pretty. So this almost gives like a little sparkly, like this might be better as, it might be better as a topper shade, or maybe it's gonna be better using your finger. I'm gonna switch, guys. I'm gonna use it as a topper. I'm gonna go into this lighter pinky gold color next and put that over it, and then I'll go over it with the pink. We'll see what we're doing. All right, it's not liking, I'm gonna use my finger because it's not really, this is a really light shade too. Definitely works better with your finger. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take that pinky, the first shade that we used with my finger over here, and then I'll put that pink over the top. So there's kind of what it looks like just on its own. And now we're gonna go over with that pink shade. It gives a nice sticking, it's like a nice one to lay down that white shade because it gives the other shadow a lot to stick to. Staying with my finger, I'm going to use that first shade and just get this blend the way we want it. This shade is a really nice shade, this darker shade. It's got, it's soft. This is, when I dug my finger in, it kind of almost feels like a cream as well. Like these are almost like a cream to powder formula. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, let me clean my fingers off. All right, now I'm gonna do just that same brown shade that we started with underneath the eyes. I got a little bit of that pink shade there, and we'll leave it there because I was probably going to come in with that anyway and sort of mimic on the bottom what we did on the top. Looks like I got something going there. All right, I'm gonna take that pretty burgundy shade. There's another pink shade in here I'd like to use too. This one. Let's use that on the bottom too. Obviously it's my first time using this palette, and I just want to try all the shades. That would have been a pretty lid color. These are all kind of really light, but a lot of sparkle, which is typical of, you know, any kind of Korean makeup. All right, so now I'm gonna take these shades, mix them together, and put that in as the blush. Oh, that was a little bit more pigmented there than I realized. I didn't mean to get so much there. Oh, all right, well, let's just get it in. And then we'll put the highlight on and go over with powder. I'm gonna take my clean that up a little bit. So the powder is pigmented, guys, just so you know. Okay, now we need some liner and lashes. I do like the eyeshadow, how it came out. It's pretty. Okay, Beauteous. We have their the mascara, and we can use maybe that pretty shade on the inner corner that we have. Let's try this. Bring that up. And that almost has a little bit of a, like a peachiness to it. Bring that up and like sort of up here and just sort of brighten the eyes up a little bit. And then use that little bit of sparkle right there and there. Just sort of pat that in. Nice. And we got their the ZEESEA mascara, which I've never used. I've never used any of their stuff before. Here's what it looks like. Again, this is pretty lightweight. It's a very thin formula. It may just be kind of what you get with Korean makeup. It's not as pigmented, or, you know, how we like it. So let me finish this up. I'll be right back. All right, so that made a mess. That's 2 coats, and it made a real big mess on the bottom. It made a mess up here. Not sure I like that. Like I said, this is just a first impression, so not sure I like the mascara. But we're going to keep going, and we're going to go ahead and try. You almost don't want to ruin this beautiful highlight. So pretty. Again, this is not a blinding highlight. It's more of a natural, which is good when I feel like it being natural, but I usually like a little bit more kick than what this has. Yeah. If you like a light highlight, I think you'll like this. If you like a little bit more, like I do, you're not going to. So, because it's not enough, I'm going to go ahead and add my favorite color pop in to the highlight. Sorry. Dixie, stop it. It's probably a delivery driver's. No, she's crying. Stop it, Dixie. She's such annoying. There, that's a little bit better. Now, the eyeshadow is beautiful. I really do like the eyeshadow. It blended really nice. I did wish there was a softer or a darker shade in here to really give it more depth. There's not really a dark shade. The one I used is the darkest shade in the palette, and that's as dark as you're going to get from this. So I'm going to go grab the lipstick that I have and just try that on with you again. This is the one lipstick I got. It's in the shade 304, and it is more of a reddish, like a pinky red. And I really like it. I wore this to my holiday party. It's very creamy and comfortable. It wears like a normal lipstick. It doesn't stay on longer, or, you know, like if you eat, it's gonna go away. But I love the color. And there are the eyes again. So I'm a fan of the eyeshadow, the lipstick, both eyeshadow palettes and the lipstick. Not so far really keen on the mascara. This little thing I don't really know, because I mean I just used it for like I think I'm gonna like this too, the eyeshadow stick with the little highlighter which you used on the inside. Not loving this. And then the highlighter is something that I might pass on to somebody else. Maybe my daughter, who likes a little bit more of a more subdued highlight. So there's it's like a champagne color. So it's really beautiful. You know, you might actually have more success with this not using a brush, because this is also very soft. So maybe I'll try it a couple more times, but use my finger to apply it and see if we like it better that way. But this is good enough for today. I gotta run out to the store. I hope you guys enjoyed both of the looks. I'll have all of the ZEESEA cosmetics listed that I use below. I think I ordered from directly from ZEESEA, and that took a long time, but then there's some things that were on Amazon from them, and that was a lot quicker. So if you can find what you're looking for on Amazon, you'll get it faster. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this quick one. I'm sorry I had a break in between being able to put videos up here, but with Vlogmas going on my main channel and my full-time job, and then I had this massive allergic reaction and my whole face swelled up for a whole week. In fact, I worked from home because it was so awful. I was swollen all through here. Like basically this part of my face and up was swollen. So once Vlogmas is over, we'll get back to some regularly scheduled, you know, videos and uploads and reviews and stuff. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have a friend who is a makeup lover, share the video with her, and hopefully she'll join our Southern Yankee Beauty family. Bye, guys. Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to
put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream. Just admit that you're just afraid.
Okay, my friends, so this is my voiceover. We're starting out with the Patrick Starr, or Patrick Ta, I keep forgetting and mess those two up, the primer. This was right after I had, I still had really puffy eyes. So you're going to see a lot of swelling in my face, and I think this might have been the first day I tried to put makeup on. This primer is good. It is a silicone-based primer, which is really good for filling in pores. Silicone is very good at that. However, if you have a lot of really oily skin, probably not something that you're gonna love. So just getting this down as the base, but I like this primer. My skin is not very oily anymore. It used to be, but not anymore. Now this foundation from ZEESEA, whoo-wee, so beautiful. What a presentation, right? I mean, it's got this beautiful phoenix or peacock or something on the top, and I haven't really used it enough to know if I'm in love with it or not. It's a very light color, really not great for right now for summer. I think I was like, what's going on here? And then I realized that you have to just pull the top off and all better. I'm such a dork. Anyway, so using a beauty blender, I did overall love the way that my skin ended up looking. I think this will be a really nice color foundation match for me for winter, which was when I was using it when I didn't have any color in my face. So from that, I like it. I do think it gave a beautiful look. It was kind of neutral. If I remember correctly, there was not a ton of colors in this foundation. So you'd have to see if you can find this in a color match for you, but I did like it. It was a little bit of a thinner kind of Korean formula, really probably a good formula for aging skin like I have. My skin, trying it out when I still had sort of broken out, swollen, crusty eyes, probably not the best thing for me right there, but I couldn't stand it, and I got this makeup in, and I just wanted to try it out, and I was like, screw my face right now, and I just put the makeup over my broken out skin. I had a irritation to some kind of medication, realizing need my hair up now. So anyway, I still don't know. It was some kind of, I think, cream or something. I'm not really sure what caused it. I woke up and had a swollen face for like a week. I think some of you guys might remember it that have been following me for a while. But anyway, overall, looking at the video and looking back at this, the coverage is pretty. It's like I would say it's a light to medium coverage. I would not say that this is a full coverage. However, it did cover up the redness, and I had some like pimples that you see at the bottom of my chin, little breakouts, and it covered those up to my satisfaction. You get a little bit more coverage going in with concealer, and this what I'm using right now very lightly on the eyes since I'm having issues with my eyes. But I use this Shiseido concealer. I need to buy more of that. I am out. I've used everything up that I had. That's an amazing concealer. If you're looking for a good one, you can get it at Sephora. You will like it. It's very creamy, blends really well. I found the coverage to be really good. I obviously loved it because I used the whole thing up. And when you try as much makeup as I do, it's not easy to use up all your makeup and anything. Like I use up concealer and foundation fairly consistently because I use them all the time. So that one, I also like the Pat McGrath concealer. That's another really good one. Even Ulta has like a creamy concealer. It's a little bit of a lighter consistency. That's also really good and super affordable. So if you're looking for some good concealers, there's 3 of them right there for you. All right, Terry, come on, let's get moving. Let's get to the next thing. I'm just making sure that everything's nice and blended, and it looks like I'm going into the one size. This was like, I think, a sample or freebie from my Sephora order. This is the powder. It's a good powder. I really did not have any complaints about this powder either. It set my face, which is what it was supposed to do. I do have to be careful with powder because I have wrinkles, I have aging skin, but I didn't find that this like settled too bad in my aging skin. I am always careful on my forehead. I try not to put too much on my forehead. Just enough to set the skin because it will settle into the wrinkles on my forehead, which are more pronounced. So anyway, but that's a good powder too. I don't like everything that he's put out, but he's got good products. Most of them I like. Okay, now I'm using the Milk Makeup. It's like a lip balm with just a little color. My lips are dry. Just putting it on right now just to hydrate and moisturize my lips before putting something. I just felt like I needed something on my lips, which I like to do that. I like to moisturize my lips, get them prepped if I'm putting any kind of lipstick on that might be drying or something like that. I do apologize if you're hearing dogs in the background as I'm recording. Dixie is crying. All right, so this palette is beautiful. The packaging is not as gorgeous as the Alice in Wonderland one, but it's like a beetle. It's from like Egyptian times and museums. It looks like I'm going in with Repher brushes that look like they're losing a couple of their bristles. But anyway, we're going in. I don't know what colors. I mean, I did this like 6 months ago, guys, 7 months ago. So I'm just going to show you. Going into probably, I'm assuming that that's my transition shade. I just remember really liking this look when I was done. And maybe I liked it because I'm coming off that swollen eyes. You can see under my eyes still. My skin on my eyelids is super dry, and I didn't put any primer on it. And I should have. And just my whole face is really dry, especially like my eyelids are still swollen. You can see I'm like dealing with some of it still, like crusty skin. And then under my eyes, there's a lot more wrinkles under the bags of my eyes. And that is from that allergic reaction I had to whatever I put in my face. You can really see it on my inner corner area. It's so swollen right there. So hopefully you guys can look past that to enjoy the beauty of the makeup and how the makeup performs even over kind of dry, crusty skin. So that's gross. Let's stop saying dry, crusty skin, Terry. Anywho, this color blended beautifully. It's a beautiful, beautiful kind of like a nude peachy rose color. And I was impressed with the blending that this did. Very, very simple. I thought it really made my blue eyes pop as well. I really like this color. I think this color is a color you can use every day and just use this and some mascara and be one and done for like a quick, easy makeup look. This is making me want to pull this palette back out, editing this, and just start using it again. I think I used it a couple of times and then I had other palettes to try and I put it away and maybe it's time we pulled this one and the other one back out and do some more looks, see what we can create with these. If you guys are interested in the ZEESEA Cosmetics, I find the pricing to be fairly good with these. So if you want to see more looks, for sure, let me know in the comments, because we can do that. I'm trying to get back on a little bit more of a better schedule. It's hard when you've got little babies every weekend and you've got the babies on your only days off, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but you know I love them. I love having those babies. So, and here I am saying that's really pretty. Like, that is a beautiful, beautiful shade. I was really, really impressed with it. All right, let's see what we're doing next. Yep, going into the next shade, just slightly deeper than the first shade. Looks like maybe it's got a little bit more rose or mauve tone to it. And the light's reflecting off my Blinged brushes I'm using. So first I was using Repher, now I'm using Blinged. I've gotten a chance to use both these brushes. My original comment still stands. The Repher brushes are better, but these are good quality brushes as well, and they're so stunning. I'm sure I'm going to buy more. I like using them, and they're beautiful. So here we go. I didn't even see what I picked up. Oh, must have picked up a creamy shade. And to blend the edges out, that's a little trick I like to use. Like, I go a little bit up high, too high, often. And I do that because I have really hooded lids now that I'm, closer to 50 than I am 40. And so a lot of times I'll go up high, just so that you can really see the color. Plus, I find that it drops during the day a little bit. And now, I went in with a little bit of that lighter shade just to really blend out those edges to make sure that it was smooth. And I'm using now more of a kind of a monochromatic sparkly shade that matches the rest of the look that I'm doing. So it was such a beautiful shimmer, and it had that sort of peachy mauve tone in it that I had been using. I think I carry that up into my crease a little bit with my fingers, just to sort of pull that sparkle and that twinkle that it's giving the eye up into the crease some. So it gives a little bit more dimension. Yeah, right there. And that is the way that I was patting it in. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be precise. Later, you're going to see me going with like a champagne color, and that color I do take up with a brush up over the crease of the eye to open the eye up. That's what I'm about to do right here. And I'm doing that for two reasons. I wanted to try see how these applied with the brush, the shimmer shades. It worked nice. I was impressed. It blended really nice into the other shade I used as well. But as this eye I'm working on, you can really see that the swelling in the corner of my eye still has not gone down. So rather than like putting my fingers on it, I just used the brush, and I went up high to not just open the eye up, but also to kind of detract a little bit from, I do this often, but this also helped kind of conceal the mess on my eye there. So I'm just looking at my skin in this video, and it's just so swollen and so ugh. But you guys said you wanted to see it, and I didn't want you to not see the review of this collection. So here I think I might have went back into the first shade. I think I'm blending the two shades here. Happy with that. We're going to do the same thing on this eye. I think this is where I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so swollen, and my hair needs to be colored. My grays are popping out, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, so we're going to finish this eye up, and then I think I tried to go in and maybe like darken up the outside edge of the eye, the outer corner a little as well. The other palette, the Alice in Wonderland palette, didn't really have much in the way of like dark shades. This palette does have a little bit more. And that champagne color had really pretty like golden tones. Oops, Terry. Forget to wipe your hands off before touching your face. But regardless, I liked this palette. I do want to pull this palette out and try some more looks with it. Both these palettes were put away shortly after I had done these looks, and I don't think I've pulled them out since, and they deserve to come back out. It's just I try so many new palettes every month that it's hard to use them as much as I would like to, and really do want to give them some attention. So I think that was a brown shade that I put in the corner now, because I'm just trying to find a way to get this just a little bit deeper. I'm sure you hear Nitro snorting. It wouldn't be a video for me without my snorting Nitro boy. He does this as soon as he hears me talking. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just putting that brown in to darken it
up, and now Dixie is barking as well. I'll put her outside while we're finishing this look. Now I'm going back in with that pretty shimmer, and I'm just all these layers, I'm just getting them blended nicely. Sometimes you lose a little bit of what you're doing. You lose a little color when you're adding additional colors, and you have to go back in and just put the color where you want it. Now we're going back to one of the original shades that we started with, and we're doing the under eye. And these shades are very complementary to Blue Eyes right here that I've used. But there's other colors in this palette as well. I think everybody will be able to find colors in this palette that they like, because it's a lot of colors. I don't remember if it's like a 15 pan palette or a 20 pan palette, but it's a lot. Okay, now we're going into the deepest brown, and we're going to smoke out. I'm putting it really close to the lash line using a flat brush, like a little liner brush. This is an excellent one. It's good for doing like shadow on the top of your lid as well. Which I don't think I do here. But just putting this up at the top to kind of give it a little bit more of a smoky look. And this can take your look from day to night as well. So if you didn't want to put this on during the day, you could leave it, just go with the lighter shade. And then in the evening, you can touch it up and put the darker shade a little bit more in the outer corner and on that outer corner on the bottom lash. Getting a little shimmer going. I actually kind of like a little shimmer on the bottom lash. Although, retrospective and looking back, I probably shouldn't have done that with my swollen eyes. I probably drew more attention to the additional puffy wrinkles. Back in with that pretty champagne color that is in the inner corner. And moving that down from the inner corner and into the bottom lash line. And there's Dixie again. She barks to go outside. She barks to come inside. Oh, goodness. So just cleaning up a little bit of a mess that I made with some shadow that got where it wasn't supposed to go. I don't even know what comes next. I did this so long ago, so I'll see when you guys see. But I was impressed with these shadows. I think they're worth the money. They're not overpriced, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people will like them. So, boom. We have now mascara and lashes. Looks like I'm using my Milk Makeup mascara, which I believe I am also out of. I don't believe I still have that. And look, it's funny that when you look back at yourself, I blink both eyes every time I do this. I wonder if I do that all the time. I wonder if other people do that. Do you do that? Anyway, I think the liner and the lashes really made a big difference in this look because it was very monochromatic. I really like it though. I think it turned out beautifully, even though my skin doesn't look good right now. And this Milk Makeup, I liked okay. I wouldn't say that the Milk Makeup was my favorite mascara I've ever used. Like, is it worth the money? I mean, it's a good mascara. I didn't hate it. Obviously, I used this one all up, too, so I liked it. But, you know, mascara is a dime a dozen. You can get drugstore stuff that works better or does more, you know. Like, this darkened my lashes. It didn't give me a lot of length and volume, which I like to see in a mascara, so that's probably why I didn't repurchase it. All right, now I need blush, and I'm using, this was the holiday release of the, I believe it's Hourglass, and I'm using the bronzer. My cat's knocked this whole palette on the floor, so it's not, and doesn't look pretty anymore. One of the shadows broke, but this is a beautiful, beautiful face palette. I love the bronzer. It's beautiful, very, very easy to use. It's just got a little bit of a warm tone to it and a neutral tone all at once. And so going in with that, very simple to use, and it really warmed up my face. Sorry about the dogs. It's that time where everybody's coming home from work and they bark at every car. They bark at every single car that goes by. It's really annoying. So anyway, I felt like this really gave the whole look sort of a sun-kissed look, and I actually think this look itself would be gorgeous for the summertime. And then, of course, they have some of the best blushes on the market. I didn't have to do much to get this beautiful flush of color. I think I'm mixing the blushes, actually. Maybe I'm just using the one blush. I don't know. But a lot of times I do mix this palette. This is beautiful. I will probably now buy the Hourglass holiday palette a lot. Like, I got this here before the cat knocked it over, and I'm using the highlight. And I just thought the whole way that my skin looked after using this palette, just so pretty. I was just so happy with this palette. I think it's like $80 or something for it, but you get the bronzer, the highlights, and the blushes. And I think there's also a finishing powder that's really nice in here as well. So every time I use this face palette, somebody tells me I look good. Now I have my Dior highlight. I didn't feel like that highlighter was giving me enough, so we're going in with just a little bit of a lighter pop. This is pretty powerful, this highlight. It's not showing up great on camera, but it's got, there you go, you can see it there. It's got a lot of kick. I don't know why I smirked like that. Maybe because you could see it. I don't know, but very pretty. And the last thing that I need to do is lipstick. Do I do lipstick? I don't know. I know this ended really funny. I just like turned the camera off. So now my hair is together. I think I put lipstick on. Little bit of blending with some powder brush. Whatever's left on the powder brush. I didn't add any more. And you can see I'm not going up where I did the highlight. Just in and I didn't do a lot on the forehead either. And all right, guys, so there is the end of my 2 looks from ZEESEA Cosmetics. I did put lipstick, like it looks like a liner and gloss or something on my lips. You can see it for a brief second there at the end. I don't know what I used, so I do apologize. And it was a weird ending because I don't know. I don't know if I ever thought I was going to actually put that video out. I was just filming my makeup that day. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. If you did enjoy it, do all the things, my friends. Do the like, the subscribe, the comment, all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.